Leila's story. I live for my family. They are the center of my world. I have 8 children, most of them married with children, so I have a lot of grandchildren. My joy every day used to be visiting one of them and seeing my grandchildren. This is a story of my grandmother, who has asked me to share it with you today. The last 2 years have been isolating and difficult for me, as an older woman who is not very confident with English or with technology. It was hard to know where to find information about what was happening and what I should do, and how I could do it. I couldn't access it from home, but I was too scared to go out to look for it too. I know lots of older people shared these challenges, like my friend Fatima, who I have shared this journey with. Actually, I've really shared my whole life with Fatima. We were neighbours from before I was born, back in Lebanon, and we arrived in Australia together back in the 60s. We didn't know the language, the culture, anything, but we knew each other. And I am so thankful that we had each other through these last few years. Last year, Fatima's brother passed away due to COVID, and I lost my husband. The time after that was very hard. We had each other, but we were scared to visit each other or have any visitors because of the virus. Even though the lockdowns were finishing, we felt alone. We didn't know how to get the vaccine. I thought maybe it was a good idea, but still we did not know what was in it or where to find it, and we couldn't speak in English to call on the phone or anything. Those days, it felt like I didn't know anything. I didn't know what to do. Alhamdulillah, a friend from my mosque called me up. She gave me the information about the vaccine, and I decided I wanted to get it, so she helped me get an appointment. Later, she helped me get the second dose, and Fatima as well. But even though I wanted to go and visit my family afterwards, I had this protection, and the lockdowns had ended. It had taken time for me to start doing those things again. I was still scared, and at first it was hard to go out again after so long inside my home. I think at the end of the day, we are creatures of habit. Just as some of us had a difficult time adjusting to the new rules and a new behaviour at the beginning of the pandemic, some of us will need extra time to get back to normal life coming out of the pandemic. Now Fatima and I visit each other and we have tea together. We see our families, and I even go shopping for the things I need and go to the mosque. I saw my grandchildren a few days ago. They're beautiful and how they've grown. I have even started booking for my health checkups again. I also have one good thing I took from lockdown. That is, I discovered my love for gardening. I picked it up during COVID because I couldn't do my usual activities. It really calmed me down and gave me solace in the days where the only way I could see my children was over the telephone. That was a struggle because I barely knew how to use my phone. My garden gave me something to nurture, to look forward to and appreciate, and it still does. But now I have regained the most important thing to me, this feeling of being connected with my family and friends, my community. What we lost during COVID only made me more grateful for them. Life is too short. Hold your friends close and your loved ones closer, and I really appreciate them. I'm starting to remember what it feels like to live in the world and enjoy it instead of hiding from it all the time. That gives me hope that I want to share with you. Getting out in the world again hasn't been easy, but I think this is something we all need. Have patience and know it takes time to return back to normal. Take care of yourself and your family. Know that you can only control what is yours to control, and trust that what you're doing is part of the process.